the world and all who inhabit it. This is Whaley Whalton, if you didn't know. So I haven't made anything on my channel in a long time. I've been trying to do more recreational reading this year because I really want to I used to, my junior year of high school, I could check out 15 books from the library, go through them all with maybe 1 or 2 renews, and that was it. And I really want to get back into recreational reading, so I picked up a bunch of books at work when I still worked there, because books are like $3 there at most. Most of them are $1.50 or less. And I ordered some used books off Amazon for more specific books I wanted to read. A long time ago, I said I was going to read the Hunger Games series, and I never did. I tried to read it my sophomore year of high school, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but I could never get into it. But then I just decided, you know what, I should try to read it again, because everybody and their mother has read it. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to try. I'm going to power through and just figure out what this book's about, because I have the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack to the movies, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I think I should read the book just so that I can put some events to this soundtrack that I love so much. Don't ask me why I downloaded the soundtrack without reading the movie. What? Okay, don't ask me why I downloaded the soundtrack without seeing the movie or reading the book. I have this thing for music. I think I found one song off the soundtrack through Christy Vetter. She's my favorite person on YouTube. And then I just kind of from there was like, oh hey, more soundtrack. And then next thing you know, I've got all 3 of them. And then I downloaded the scores, because I like scores. And then so I'm finally just like, you know what, I need to read this book, because I love the soundtrack so much. And so I did, and I actually got really into it, much to my surprise. And now today is a really sad day, because I had a lot of free time between when my last class got out and when the bus came to take me home. And hold on a minute. Yes, I am about to start chapter 24 before I go to bed tonight. This is what I'm on right here in Mockingjay. I'm on chapter 24. And that's really sad, because look how much book I have left, and I'm not ready for this story to end. So I'm just like, okay. I got home and I was reading on the bus on the way home, and I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. I want to finish this book, but at the same time I don't, because I'm not ready to. It has to happen in the perfect moment. To get book closure, I have to stop reading it in the perfect moment, especially a series that has multiple books. I need that book closure to be in the perfect moment, because this universe is going to be very hard for me to move on from. It's been I started reading the first book in February, I think, so it's going to take a while for me to grieve my losses here. So I decided, okay, well, I won't read the book. Because I watched the first Hunger Games movie a couple weeks ago. I downloaded it on iTunes because I was like, I love the soundtrack. And the first movie, I didn't like the soundtrack that much, but I'm just like, okay, if I'm going to watch the second movie, because the second and third movies had my favorite soundtracks. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch the first movie because I want to see all these beautiful songs in the second and third movies just play out and be so beautiful. And I want to see that, so I'm going to watch the first movie. So I watched it, and I'm just like, wow, first of all, I'm really glad I read the book, because if I didn't, I really wouldn't understand anything that just happened. And second of all, where are the songs? Where are they, besides the credits? And then I was talking to my friend, she's like, oh no, they're there in the second movie, they're just really quiet, you can't hear them that much. So I'm like, okay, well, so today I decided I'm going to watch the second movie, because I don't want to finish the book yet, so I'm just going to watch the second movie, because that was one of my favorite soundtracks anyway. And the second movie, I liked it a lot better than the first movie. But there's still no soundtrack. And I'm just like, why? Why would you release this beautiful soundtrack with such captivating songs and then not put them in the movie? Why would you do that to me? And then, so I was kind of live blogging it on Tumblr. I mean, I didn't have that much live thoughts because I read the book. I had enough live thoughts reading the book. I didn't have many new thoughts watching the movie, except for Joanna's interview. That was my favorite thing in the movie that wasn't in the book, was Joanna's interview. Sassy. And so I was live blogging it on Tumblr, and then I was thinking back, what book am I going to read next? And then I remembered, back sophomore year, when I tried to read this trilogy the first time, and I'm just like, I just remember I could not. What happened was my English 2 honors teacher, my sophomore year of high school, she's like, this is Lit Circle. Here's a list of books you can pick. If you want to read any of the books on the Hunger Games series, go right ahead. And then everybody and their mother was talking about that book. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to read the Hunger Games, because everybody's talking about it and I want to know what I'm missing. But I could not get past the second chapter. I could not get into the book. I'm just like, I don't know what it is about it that was different now than sophomore year, except I got into Christy Vedder's videos and I know she really likes that series. I don't know what the difference is between now and sophomore year when I tried to read the book the first time, but I could not get past the second chapter and I just gave up. I put it in a corner with Animal Farm, which Animal Farm actually ended up being a really good book in my opinion. But I put it in the corner with Animal Farm, which was the book we read previously. And I'm just like, I can't be bothered to read this book. I'm just going to go to the library and read a bunch of chick lit, like teen romance novels, that kind of thing. And I realized one night that I had a project due about the Hunger Games the next day. And I had only read to the second chapter, but I had to make this project. And so I still have the video from that. I thought I deleted it because I uploaded it to YouTube to show to my class. Yes, I actually showed this to my class, and most of which had actually read the book. And I thought I deleted it off YouTube, but apparently it was still on my really old flash drive, so I found it and I saved it. I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to save this because I don't like to delete things. And then so when I was live blogging this on Tumblr, I just randomly remembered that I made that video, and I'm just like, okay, you know what? Who wants to see the video project I made after reading 2 chapters of the Hunger Games, rather skimming 2 chapters of the Hunger Games at that. And I got a request to post it, and I'm just like, well, I am not uploading this with no context. I cannot upload this with no context. I will be ruined. I just can't do that. So I decided I would make a video of myself reacting to it. I filmed this with my vlogging camera, which I actually found yesterday. So that's how I filmed this. And the intro I made, first I'm going to comment on the music. You are listening to background music from a Neopets game, because in middle school I downloaded some Neopets background music to use as background music in like Roller Coaster Tycoon videos that I made. And I was trying to think like what would sound good in the background of my Hunger Games project. Oh, Neopets music. So that's what's about to go on here. If you're wondering where you've heard that music before, or maybe you've never heard that music before, maybe you had a life in elementary school. And what is currently happening now is so I was at my dad's house when I filmed this, and I had very limited resources. I used my old Polly Pocket and Secret Central High School dolls, and I filmed this intro of this doll rolling across my bed, and I just layered various clips of that in Sony Vegas, which was my video editor at the time. And it was supposed to look really cool. And I'm just gonna press play. You can't hear it, what? Ooh, wind sound effects. I think those are the baby clothes just...
Yeah, we wanted those anyway.
Is she wearing dental floss? Does that say District 11? I think the trash can says District 11. They're in District 12.
Just empty.
Okay, seriously, is she wearing dental floss? Oh, Build-A-Bear condo.
You no good freeloader, you get the heck out of my bakery. Do you want me to call the peacekeepers? Yeah, go away. Just go away. Yeah, you just go away. Don't touch my trash.
Was I laughing in the background of this? Because I couldn't even take myself seriously.
No worries, now she's coming to get me.
What are you wearing? Oh man.
No, we have to wait for your mother.
Is she wearing yarn? Did I tie yarn? Is it? Oh my gosh. I just dropped her. Wait, what is going on? Is she like praying over that? Oh, more sound effects. And in the split screen, you see this is the peak of my editing skill. And the hallway sound effects. And, oh my gosh. Okay, so I have to explain the bloopers. So here I was like 14 or 15 making this for my English 2 honors class with about 30 people in it. Yes, all of them had read probably all 3 books of the Hunger Games at this point. At least most of them had read at least the first book. And I actually showed this to them in class. But I wanted to make it explicitly clear to these classmates that I, as a 14 or 15-year-old girl, I forget exactly when this was made, I, as a sophomore in high school, no longer played with Polly Pocket and Secret Central High School dolls. I just happened to have the box in my room. So I made a blooper reel. And I feel like if they were convinced at any point that I didn't still play with dolls regularly, this killed it. Let's just press play.
The light, it burned. I haven't seen the light in 5 years. Ah.
So I was just trying to make it obvious that that box of dolls had not been opened in 5 years, and I feel like did not accomplish that point. Probably made it worse. That was staged.
Now you lost the only food we have and your sister. This is just...
Okay, none of these bloopers naturally happened. These are all man-made. I dropped the same pillow on that bakery just then that fell on the ladder and knocked off the dolls there. I feel like the only actual blooper that happened was when I dropped the mother when she was like praying over the chicken McNuggets or whatever. That was supposed to be the bread. I don't remember exactly what she was supposed to be doing over it. But the only actual blooper happened when I dropped that doll, and I left that in the main thing. I didn't put that in the blooper reel, I just left it in the main part of the video. All the bloopers are staged. All of them. Oh, look, looks like there's more.
What have you done? I told you to stay away from my... I have a bit of a wardrobe complaint.
Oh gosh.
Which is?
That's the Build-A-Bear shirt.
I agree, that is totally not your color.
Oh my gosh. Well, if they didn't think I played with Polly Pocket dolls regularly before they watched that blooper reel, I'm sure they did after. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to rerun that because you guys can see it without my commentary. And because I don't know, but if you guys follow me on Tumblr, I like made that post saying like what do you guys think I should read next? So if you guys have any suggestions for what I should do about that, just let me know. And thank you to everyone who wasted your time watching this video. And so if you wanted to see the whole thing without my commentary, I'm just gonna roll that now, and you're not gonna see my face after because shame's so real right now. And I will see you guys next time I make a video. Bye. That'll be one of these anyway. Just empty. You no good freeloader, you get the heck out of my bakery! Do you want me to call the peacekeepers? Yeah, go away! Just go away! Yeah, you go away! Don't touch my trash! Oh great, now she's coming to get me.
No, we have to wait for your mother.
The light! It burned! I haven't seen the light in 5 years! Ah! Oh, that's just great. Now you lost the only food we have and your sister. This is just... Ugh. Now look what you've done. I told you to stay away from my... I have a bit of a wardrobe complaint, which is... I agree, that is totally not your color.